Here's a more detailed script in English for your YouTube video on the Alcatraz aerial shot of Alcatraz Island, fog drifting across the water, the prison looming in the distance. Imagine being trapped in one of the most infamous prisons in the world, a place surrounded by cold, unforgiving waters and miles from the nearest shore. For most, escape would be unthinkable. But in 1962, three men made the impossible possible, vanishing into thin air. 62 years later, their daring escape from Alcatraz remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in criminal history. Old photos of Alcatraz Prison. Visual, black and white images of the prison, its harsh walls and high guard towers. Alcatraz, known as The Rock, was a maximum security prison situated on a small island in San Francisco Bay. It housed some of the country's most dangerous criminals, with the harshest conditions imaginable. The prison was designed to be escape-proof. Surrounded by turbulent waters, frigid temperatures, and a strong current, anyone attempting to escape would almost certainly face death. But that didn't stop three men from trying. Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin were serving time in Alcatraz for serious crimes, but they shared something more, a desire for freedom. Over the course of months, the three men quietly worked together, crafting a plan that would challenge everything we know about escape. Animation of the prison's layout. Visual. A map of Alcatraz, showing the prison cells, corridors, and the exterior with a focus on the escape route. Their escape was nothing short of brilliant. It began in their cells. Over several months, the men used makeshift tools, often crafted from everyday items, to dig through the walls of their cells. They made small holes in the plaster, and over time, these grew into larger gaps. They also created lifelike papier-mâché heads to place in their beds during nightly head counts, fooling the guards into thinking they were still asleep. Footage of cell block visual, old, dimly lit footage of a prison cell block, emphasizing the tight security. Once they had escaped their cells, the men crawled through the holes they had made and entered the prison's utility corridors. They climbed up to the roof, where they carefully avoided detection by the guards. But the most difficult part still lay ahead. Dramatic footage of the bay and water cold, choppy waters of San Francisco Bay, fog creeping over the water. From the roof, they descended into the prison yard. They then climbed a fence and made their way to the shore. From there, the three men had to face the treacherous waters of the San Francisco Bay. The strong currents and freezing temperatures made it a near impossible journey, but somehow they managed to cross, either by swimming or using a makeshift raft. Black and white news footage from the 1960s, reporters on scene, FBI agents combing the waters. After they disappeared into the night, the prison went into lockdown, and authorities immediately launched an intense manhunt. The FBI searched the waters, sent divers into the bay, and even combed the surrounding areas for any sign of the men. Despite their best efforts, no trace of the escapees was found. The men seemed to vanish completely. More news headlines and footage of investigators, the Great Escape, and where are they now with no bodies recovered and no direct evidence to prove what happened to the men. The investigation went cold. The mystery deepened. Did they drown in the icy waters of the bay? Did they make it to the mainland and start new lives under assumed identities? Or was it all a part of an elaborate plan to disappear? Even today, Alcatraz stands as a silent witness to the mystery. Though the prison closed its doors in 1963, the story of the escape has never been forgotten. In fact, it remains one of the most captivating unsolved mysteries in criminal history. Dramatic reconstructions or pictures illustrating popular theories, such as escape via raft or disappearing into the city. Over the years, many theories have been proposed. Some claim the men did not survive the dangerous waters, their body lost to the depths. Others believe they successfully escaped, making it to the mainland, where they began new lives. The most persistent theory? That the men are still alive, quietly watching as their legendary escape continues to captivate the world. 62 years later, the mystery remains unsolved. Did they make it to freedom, or did the waters claim them? The truth, it seems, may never be known. But the story of the Alcatraz escape continues to haunt us all, leaving us to wonder just how far someone will go for a taste of freedom. The fog rolling over Alcatraz, the sound of waves crashing gently on the shore. So, what do you think? Were Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers the ultimate escape artists, or did they become victims of the bay? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more incredible